Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Illusion Fox Gaming. Today we're doing the quest Soaring Profits. Magina has samples that need delivering, and the anticipation of adventure strikes you like a bracing wind. Why, hello there. Your arrival could not have been more timely. Mistress Itaru has just left instructions for another batch of deliveries. She sends her regards, of course. Today she is in Idleshire for business with Rowena's House of Splendors, and tomorrow we'll no doubt find her in some other far-flung corner of the realm. We mustn't be outdone, Illusion. This time our samples are destined for two organizations. In Querithus, an arrangement has been made possible by none other than the Master Sickard. He contacted his dear friend, Lord Emmanuel de Fotems, who was kind enough to spread word of the boutique to his own contacts across Ishgard. It hardly took any time for the first letter of interest to reach us, and once those samples have been delivered, that interest will be piqued to a passion. Or so I've been assured. Lord Amenelaine has insisted he will take care of all the particulars, and bid me convey with enthusiasm that he looks forward to accompanying you on the deliveries. Now then, regarding that secret mission of ours. A gorgeous sapphire, is it not? It will make a beautiful necklace once restored. A keepsake of not only Mistress Itaru's mother, but that of her many friends and allies from across the realm. I am confident that someone of your experience has a most discerning eye for mementos. Bring back anything you think will make a worthy addition. And with that, I will leave these samples in your capable hands and eagerly await your safe return. Where are we going here in Ishgard? Ah. The upper areas of Ishgard, eh? Okay, we can go there. I think this would probably be the better one to go to. Maybe not, but go with this one first and find out. Maybe not. Oh well, you'll have that. It only took me a couple weeks though to get the Shadows of Mock questline done, so we can do this one. Illusion, 'tis good to see a rosy glow in your cheeks, considering that dreadful business with the imminent destruction of mankind and the end of times and whatnot. Yes, indeed. Who better to distribute exquisite arms and accoutrements than a bona fide hero such as yourself? Well, I have two parties with simply ravenous interest in your products, dear lady. The first of whom so happens to be a rather exquisite herself, my dearest Lady Laniette. Be so good as to precede me to the Rose House. I shall be along promptly, of course, just as soon as I'm coiffed and powdered. Well met. 'Tis good to see you hale and whole. Thank you for personally making the trip. I know your obligations are many. Truth be told, your arrival could scarce have had better timing. Well, while our erstwhile troubled relations with the Vanu improve by the day, we've been forced to reconsider our current munitions due to recent incidents of... I have come, my darling Blossom. Behold Imnalain the Executioner, here to smite your foes with ruthless ardor. Huh? Okay. Well, I strike a rather smashing silhouette, do I not? Why, Sickard could not have found a better man to give to these samples to. Surely such splendid armor could be put to better use than fashion, Lord Imnalain. Could I not prevail upon your better senses to relinquish that gear to those who might appreciate its practicality? Far be it from me to deny any request of yours, Lady Laniette. Only I must confess that I may have slightly exaggerated Sickard's generosity in the matter of gifting these. Ah, you mean to say you borrowed them, no doubt without his knowledge or consent. And why should I have expected otherwise? Friends may forgive, but it bears repeating that your clients deserve at least a modicum of professionalism. You do have other clients, don't you? Oh, of course I have, and no little celebrity at that. You remember the Red Bills, of course. The Sky Pirates? That an experience of interest should know them hardly surprises me. But how does a privileged son of House Fortins come to make their direct acquaintance? It was a happy coincidence of ale and circumstances, I assure you. As Illusion can attest, an unbiased range of social contacts is the essential arsenal of not just adventurers, but any gentleman of consequence, or lady of consequence, as it were. Unbiased is all very well, but... Sky Pirates are precisely the problem I was speaking of earlier, before we were interrupted. Recently, self-proclaimed Sky Pirates have been marauding trading vessels with traveling audacity. Even the Sky Seal Manufactory has reported stolen property at the hands of these ruffians. Troubling news indeed, though I cannot imagine fellows as amicable as our Red Bills could be responsible. Still, if we should hear aught of it, I shall send word directly. Now then, off we trot to the infamous Peric. I have been told to seek out a certain red standard upon Cold Wind. How the pulse quickens. Well, well, if you ain't the very picture of health. Saving the star from complete annihilation didn't tax you over much then, eh? Let me guess, it was not compared to all the bowing and scraping required of the mercantile genteel. Don't tell me this dandy is what wooed you from the life with sweet nothing of financial comfort. Leoford, my good man, you know as well as I that the only one wooing Illusion into anything is yourself. Don't think your interest in our mutual friend here escaped my notice. Your aim all along was less but about armaments than it was an audience with Illusion, was it not? Not bad for our dandy, I might have had my sights on touching a reunion between Illusion and myself, but that's not to say I won't be needing more those samples. See, I have a job that could right benefit from both your keen sense and those pieces you brought me. So long as they're half the quality of what Manlin was showing off in the alehouses, anyway. I can count on your participation, yes? You'll be duly compensated, of course. Just name your price. Parts of a necklace for Taru herself, eh? I'd prefer something you might make use of. I am making use of it. But far be it from me to dictate what a woman does with her booty. If that's your recompense, I'll see what I can do. Now that we have you on board, allow me to elaborate. It seems another band of petty thieves masquerading as sky pirates and harrying honest traders as of late. So, you've heard of them, these so-called monstrous cockatoos. Don't exactly strike fear into the heart of man, but they're being a right nuisance, and now they've gone and made things personal. You remember the Ramil, don't you? The captain's old airship? Well, after what happened in Dunscaith, we've been commissioning the finest airship parts from across the realm for the construction of her successor. Only to have those cockapert nincompoops pillage the very Sky Seal manufactured vessel that was carrying our precious cargo. The nerve of some people, eh? Makes me mouth water. Of course, once the cockatoos realized whose property they pilfered, they flew into a panic and holed up in Idleshire after stashing the goods somewhere. This is where you and your samples come in. We want you to take Leoford and... For you to spill the rest, let's make sure our friend here is still up for a spot of Fallon. How about it then? I knew I was right to call you. Those downy ducklings won't know what plucked them. Quite so. With illusion returned and our crew complete, victory over these ne'er-do-wells is most certainly assured. By the by, would you have any terrible objections if I informed the Rose Knights of your design upon these charlatans? The Knights are affiliated with House Helenart, you see, and thus have particular interest in recovering the contents of that Sky Steel vessel. I know the most capable Lady Laniette simply will not rest until she has brought these scoundrels to justice. Can't say it's an alliance I've ever considered, but so long as I get all the cocktail I'm due, our knights most thorny are welcome to catch and gauge as they see fit. Splendid. Laniette shall be very glad to hear of it. Overjoyed even. Yes, she may simply be unable to contain her unbounded delight. I must away. Not awaiting us in Idleshire, but danger and subterfuge. But such is more tempting to our ilk than lovely knights. And let's be off. I'll explain the rest of our gambit once we get there. Who's the dandy now, you ask? I reckon my reputation precedes me in these parts, and the legendary Red-Bill Leoford ain't known for togs like these. Though I could get used to this, control practical with a sense of style to boot. Ain't often you find that holy triad in battle gear, quite the line you're touting. Which brings us to your role in my master plan. Well, it ain't easy laying low in a motley place like Idleshire. These cock-a-hoop cowards have been managing it well enough. So to lure them out, we're going to spread savvy rumors of a black market merchant looking to fence fine contraband for even finer coin. That's you! Just strike up chat with any adventurers or peddlers that seem like to share heresy. I'll be playing you your handsome bodyguards, so rest assured I've got your back. I've taken the liberty of preparing your guise. It's as flattering as Leoford's, but you should fit the part nicely in this. Any chatting points in here anywhere? Nope. Doesn't look like it. Wait a minute. They changed my clothes. Hate you guys. They're ugly clothes. Then again, not that the outfit I was wearing was any better, really. Her outfit's pretty nice, though. Contrabandists? Well, I do know some sky pirates new to town, and just the other day I overheard them discussing their latest windfall. Ah, yes, I just sorted the enterprising folk we're looking for. You think you could help us pin them down? I'll do what I can. I'm no stranger to sky pirates, so I'll ask around. A merchant yourself, are you? Perhaps I'm over 7, but consider this friendly advice. Seeking out sky pirates dressed in such stereotypical garb is akin to dangling a sign from your neck reading, "Purge my purse." Oh, the righteous Redbills may pity you, dear lady, but few else. Righteous? Righteous ain't never been to me liking, mate. I just can't abide these reprobates who don't honor the creed of sky pirating. Or so you can imagine Red Bill Leoford might say, eh? Not that it's any matter of ours, anyway. Anyhow, should you find somebody looking to offload or dubiously obtain merchandise, send them our way, will ya? If you insist, but don't say I didn't warn you. Yes, Gabi Eye catches such sky stealers. Sky stealers come to claim busy deal at Craft Forge, but bring no trade goods. For Jingly Shine. Great laugh joke for Gabi merchants. Sky stealers leave with grump face. Gabi does not understand why uplanders wish to trade tongue flaps with grump face sky stealers, but happy to hand in for more laugh jokes. Much obliged. If all goes well, we'll have you laughing, joking over their sorry hearts for summers to come. Great happiness for goodly uplanders. Gabi shares once more laugh joke. Sky Stealer's swine cry about calling strong friend as they shame run. Friend may be strong, but Sky Stealer brain cases are still airy light. So, are we the talk of the town yet? As far as I can tell, you're strong contenders, perhaps second only to rumors about a mysterious intimidator who's cast their lot in with the cockatoos. Only natural if those Neverland whelps hired a browbeater, but what thickhead willingly courts the ranker of Red Bill Leoford? Well, I suppose a few names come to mind, but no matter, our plan proceeds as discussed. Let's take the streets and wait for our clients to come crawling, eh? Whoa there, are you the trader looking to chaffer with the monstrous cockatoos? Chaffer with scrags like you? Furry in me, I don't know whether to laugh or cry. That voice, Red Bill Leoford. As you live and breathe, not for long though if you don't hand over what you and your dicky bird stole. Bluster all you'd like, Red Bill, but you ain't getting the better of us this time. We've treated with Sky Pirates, so crush you to pumice. And there you were thinking this would be ever so simple, were you not, my dear Leoford? Not in the slightest. I was thinking surely Radley and her talons would never sink so low as to become lackeys to a lackey. But here you are. I might even start to pity you. And that is where you consistently underestimate, Red Bill. I'd stop at nothing to realize my desires. Or were the sweet memories we made together in Dunscaith not enough to convince you of that? But I suppose I might be willing to overlook your stubborn indifference and return those stolen airship parts you so desperately seek, if you could but call me your captain. Completing that airship means more to me than you'll ever understand. I ain't leaving here without me stolen goods. They're worth recovering, that is. You there, Cockalorum, you didn't leave that plunder in wind aspect territory, did you? Of course you did. Head's as empty as a tosspot's tanker. Those airship parts are embedded with highly calibrated corrupted crystals. Put them in any contact with wind sprites and they're no better than glorified scrap. Oh, wait a minute. He said contact, didn't he? How many wind sprites go contacting the rock formations on Providence, eh? It'll be fine. You've got hands on an airship, yes? Take her to Providence and go pick up our stolen goods. Some genius hid them under a rock. You were bluffing? Obviously. Don't make me doubt your intelligence, Radley. What airship needs parts that can't handle a little wind? Doubt what you'd like, Leoford. I hardly need bloody airship bits to beat you into submission. Oh, shit. Did you say as in the? Since when was she a friend of the Red Bills? Seems I'm not the only one whose name is worth something in these parts. I'm still prettier, though. Yeah, you can take that. Well then, sweet cockatoos, let's get about cutting you up into cockathrees and fours, shall we? Redville by himself is one thing, but illusion's something else. Ain't nothing for it, lads. Flee for your lives! So much for monstrous. Let's leave them to the garrison. Ain't enough meat on their shivering bones to warrant the chase. Radley, I reckon this was a little more than a diversion to you, but surely you didn't think I'd fold to such a weak hand. All the more pretty that you assumed those airship parts were the only pieces of value taken from me and mine. But no matter. It's time to make your allegiance clear. If you and your talents intend to continue this farce, then we'll have it out here and now. Well, it seems I misjudged my prospects. I thought those symptoms might amount to more than sniveling turntails. But I have neither loyalty nor affection for a useless cockatoo. I suppose shall have to content myself with this reunion in itself, but you will need more than clever bluffs to evade me next time. Of that you may be certain. Those were some fine samples without question, but nothing beats wearing me own rags again. Go ahead to the Park and wait for us in my chambers. We'll be along once I've spoken with our knights most thorny. Okay, we'll go back there. Well, Tata says that all stolen property is accounted for and finishing touches on our ship proceed apace. And according to the Rose Knights, the cockatoos will be shipped off to the Diadem, where they can enjoy volunteering their services for the betterment of mankind. Speaking of which, Captain, what is to become of the miscellany recovered from the cockatoo's hoard? I'm sure House Helenarte will lay claim to their possessions, but as for the opportunities of origins unknown, worry not, puss, I don't pocket any jigamabob I find like some pretty foister. We'll track down their rightful places soon enough, if my prediction holds. Illusion, is that you? It is, and you look quite as surprised as I feel. To think we'd meet here among the clouds and sky pirates. I was just finishing up my affairs in Idleshire when you should come asking for me, but Red Bill Leoford, quite the thrilling twist to my day, I'll have you know. How did Emmeline put it? She's got her fingers in more pies than a high street baker. When I got wind she was in Idleshire, it felt like snubbing fate not to enlist her expertise. Well, I'm exceedingly glad you did, for I have returned triumphant. Allow me to present the famous traveling portulist Durama. Portraits, but of course, among the recovered items were a number of singularly beautiful paintings. I'm relieved to hear it. When I heard which vessel had fallen prey to the sky pirates, I thought those pieces would be lost forever. So you're yet another victim of the monstrous cockatoos. Still, a personal summons to the barracks seems like a sort of social nicety which the captain is normally intolerant. I do believe my presence here may have another purpose entirely. You see, Leoford and I are old acquaintances. He commissioned me to paint that portrait, in fact. My beautiful daughter, Raymil, she looks perfectly at home here. Beautiful daughter? Because of course they have to increase the family size. I, Dermot, is father to Lady Raymil, the gentleman who cared for Leoford as a lad. He abdicated all family affairs to his son when he became a practicing artist, but he's still a lord in lineage. You mean to say the renowned portraitist Dormont is not only your grandfather, but a former lord as well? Oh, you must forgive my blithe introduction from earlier. Not to forgive, Mr. Sataru. On the contrary, I'm indebted to you for tracking him down so quickly. Thanks to you, this can happen just as I hoped it might. Construction's about finished on our new airship, and I wanted you here when I christened her. The Ramil will fly again. My dear boy, celebrating your mother's life with you continues to be my great honor. When you hung her portrait here, when you named your first airship, I could see the vestiges of her love shining in your countenance then just as it is now. I only hope you continue to realize her grace wish for you, to live as free and unfettered as the sky itself. I know she would be very proud. I bet like herding corals, ain't it? Getting us adventuring types all in one room, but well worth the effort, I'd say. Moments like these are meant to be shared. Right, I believe we've got a new airship to fly, and the open sky awaits. It's annoying me. Now, this is an airship. With how she handles, I can fly the edge of existence back without so much as a hiccup. Which I hear on good authority or whatever authority Emmeline as well is when he's in his cups, you have literally done. I reckon I've never seen such equal parts odd and envious. Though, I'll assume my invitation was simply lost by a post-removal. Nay, in all candor, I'm certain there are some skies only meant for your eyes. Escapades surpassing even my wildest imaginings. So, chart the ends of eternity and horizons filled with peril. I just don't think you've seen the last of what wonders these heavens hold. I'll come find you again before long, and I'll bring everything I always promised, that thrilling, heady rush of high adventure. Though farewell may be bitter sorrow, know that it is but fodder for reunions most gay. No need to get mawkish, furball. It ain't as if evolution's dropping off the face of the star. Not permanently, anyhow. We'll meet again soon enough, although Cat Sith is liable to mope like a damp kitten till we do. I expect these parts will be free of half-baked brigands for a time yet, but should you ever find yourself in need of a red bill, don't hesitate to call. Thank you. 'Tis no small comfort knowing our ships may distribute their wares in safety. As for you, we'll be in touch. Well, that was invigorating. Well, I'd love nothing more than catch our collective breath over a cup of tea. Business calls me Dishguard. No rest for the enterprise and talent, as they say. Shall we, Durma? If I persuade you to accompany us, I should very much like to hear of your adventures. Petting such as I find personally inspiring is a particular credo of mine, and I dare say you have brushed shoulders with more than a few individuals of note. Thank you for indulging an old man's eccentricities. Now then, perhaps you could begin with the adventures you shared with Leoford and his crewmates? They were intentionally offload this in our direction, yes. Whatever could it be? How mysterious, but now that I think of it, Leoford did mention sending something along when he asked me to track down Doramon. Well, I would make quite the sight lugging this around to all my meetings, so might I ask you to hold on to it for the time being? I trust you not to run off with my share of the reward. A gift from notorious Rebels, you know. They're rather a nice sort of sky pirate, don't you think? A bright and energetic young lady is your employer. I hope chaptering back to Ishgard did not delay her business over long. The tales you shared on the journey here were beyond anything I could have anticipated. Never have I heard such inspiring episodes of daring do. Though I may not know them personally, I find myself fascinated by the individuals you described, the comrades and acquaintances of your journeys. Yes, I believe I shall remain in the capital to paint for a time. Should you desire a portrait, I would happily part with it for the cost of its supplies. Find me here, and we can make the arrangements. Welcome back. I just received word from Mr. Sataru. What's this about portraitists and sky pirates? Red Leoford gave you this for the necklace? Seems to be a leather strap of sorts, an antiquated one at that. Wait a moment, I recognize this design from my studies. This is a relic of the ancient city of Mach. It's said that the Machi sorcerers would weave these cords with magics to make them unbreakable. You'd be hard-pressed to find better material for a necklace. Oh, Mistress Taru will be so delighted. She chatted endlessly about how pleased she was to know the Red Bills and what sorts of products might prove useful to our daring new friends. And the Rose Knights have already placed an order for the garrison, so all in all, I believe our latest endeavor was a brilliant success. As always, we shall be on the lookout for new areas of opportunity, so I hope we can count on you to serve as our charming emissary again. In fact, I believe Mr. Taru insists upon it. Until next time. So what do I have to do for the next one? Oh, it's not available yet. Okay. Well, that was the quest Soaring Profits. Hopefully you enjoyed these videos. Please like and subscribe and come back, either for another video here on YouTube, or come visit us over on Twitch, where we stream nightly from usually about 12 a.m. Eastern to 4, 5, 6, whenever. Um, and it's at illusion_fox_gaming on Twitch. Till then, have a wonderful rest of your evening.